Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis Elijah Canadian, and welcome to the filler video. I know. What? I know. What? Wait, you mean to tell me the weekend review isn't on a Tuesday this time around? And there's filler content? Well, of course there is, you inglorious bastards. Because we're doing this, we're giving ourselves some additional content. For this, simple enough, I'm just going to talk about on the divisional round games that you see here. Basically, just a little more in depth. Because I touched on them briefly during the weekend review video yesterday, which hopefully you guys did enjoy. But this one is just gonna be talking about the premise of these games and like basically what was the best part about them, why they were so good. Other than this game right here, but it is what it is. But let's look at it. Let's start with obviously the best game that happened during that weekend. The best game here, Bills Chiefs. Now, what made this one so great? I mean, it's fucking obvious. The fourth quarter definitely was the highlight of this game. Because you look at this here, like 15 points scored to 13 in the fourth quarter. You're looking at this. Like, if you're trying to get yourselves good content to look at, there it is. That's your premium content right there to look at. And normally, look at again, as I said in that video, usually good things have an incline, right? They have an incline. Sometimes they have a slow start and they build their way to the top. But here again, and this is the case because look, it started slow, 7-7, 7-7 through half. It picked up a little bit right here. It built up a little bit here with the third quarter, with the Chiefs getting 2 additional points. And then the fourth quarter, it just shot up. Because you're talking now, these teams are starting to get more desperate. They're trying to get themselves into a position in which they can win. That was the goal here. Because I remember watching the final 2 minutes. Touchdown Buffalo, touchdown KC. Touchdown Buffalo, field goal KC to OT we go. And the way that some of these plays were, organized and orchestrated, I shit you fucking not. It was like it was scripted. Because of how good that was. Right? Again, you look at the stats down here that you see, like, this is probably the best stat on on this. Gabriel Davis, 201 yards for 4 touchdown passes, 8 receptions. You don't fucking see that a lot in the modern day NFL. And it's like they said on the broadcast of that game, not even Jerry Rice could do that. We'll go here too for the Chiefs. Mahomes threw fucking brilliantly, had a nice amount of rushing yardage, but like, look at you don't have elite talent like the Chiefs do. Tyreek Hill, look at he was a fucking track runner at the University of West Alabama and living in the community of Livingston. This man can fucking run. And that fourth quarter touchdown that he got, that proved it. That proved that he fucking did it. Like, he can run. Like Travis Kelce, dude's a big guy. He's like 250, 260. Dude, he can fucking break up tackles. He can run. He can fucking jump. He can catch. He can do whatever you need him to do. Like, he's that fucking guy. If one guy isn't available, Kelce more than likely is. And then you get Kelce that ball, and chances are you got yourself a score or a good game. Like Byron Pringle, not a name we've heard of too much, but again, one of those guys that you can really rely on to get your team going in the right direction. Now let's look at another game, right? Let's look at Bengals Titans, the nail biter here, the first game of the weekend. This game I thought was good. Mainly it started with, Ryan Tannehill blundering the fucking ball of an interception. Again, how the hell do you do that on the first play of the fucking game? Seriously? Like, look at Tannehill played like shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, this isn't nothing to laugh at. 15 for 24, 220. I mean, yeah, he got a touchdown pass, but again, it's this right here that kills him. The 3 picks, that's what kills you. And plus the interception that killed the Titans' final drive of the season for them. That's what did it in. Now, offensive line for the Titans, it's not good. It could be decent, but it's not good. It shows. Like somehow what didn't hurt them was the absence of King Henry. He came back and he had a nice little decent display. I mean, he got a touchdown run, 62 yards, like nothing to laugh at. I was like, he needed to do better. Foreman had a nice game too, 66 yards on 4 carries. Like he had a great game, right? Like AJ Brown, another good game, great game, 5 receptions for 142 yards. Well, you look at that and you just gotta imagine like what the Titans were trying to do in that game. And for me, if Tannehill didn't give up that last drive interception, they easily win this game. They easily win this game. I don't know if it's by field goal. I don't know if it's by touchdown. My point stands that like if Tannehill does not throw like any one of those interceptions, or does not throw that last interception of the game, the Titans win it. But the mistakes are made, and that's just how it is. But look at Burrow too. This is his second professional season in the NFL. His first time in the playoffs, in this case, his second playoff game. 348 passing yards. Yeah, he had that one pick, but it didn't really do anything to judge the score. Well, it may have, but I don't know. I'm not smart. But wait, Mixon, nice little game, 54 yards. Jamar Chase, 109 yards. Like, look at, and this is what made that duo of Burrow and Chase so great at LSU. That duo can fucking ball. That game can fucking ball out. And again, when you have that good duo here, Burrow and Chase, you got yourselves a good game. Just as the Chiefs, who they're playing next week, who they're playing in the AFC Championship game. Like, okay, Uzoma, 71 receiving yards. T. Higgins, 96. Wait, you got your 3 top guys right here in terms of receiving. You got your 3 weapons, as well as Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd is there too if you need him. Like if you need a reliable receiver and these 3 guys are not open, Tyler Boyd's your guy. And I really mean that. For your ground game, it's mainly Joe Mixon. The one thing I will say though that the Bengals can improve on in the offseason is, I wouldn't say get rid of Mixon. No, I'm not saying that at all. I would say try to get yourselves a secondary running back to, like, in case Mixon goes down with an injury, get yourselves that second guy so that way you can, like, solidify it. A good example of that would be Cordarrelle Patterson for Atlanta, because he was that guy. He was that fucking guy. But enough about the Bengals Titans, because we all know what that was about. Let's look at this one. The game that basically had Atlanta nearly shit in their pants and rejoice over the 28-3 memes finally coming to an end. 27-3. How the hell do you blow a lead to Tom Brady of a deficit around 20-something points? It's like, come on, man. You're not Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl. You're Matthew Stafford in the fucking divisional round against the defending champs. Like, look at, like, you're like, imagine yourselves real quick. You are the Los Angeles Rams. You have all the talent in the world that you could want. Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, Odell Beckham Jr., freaking Cam Akers, Sonny Michel, Matthew Stafford, Aaron Donald, Von Miller. And that's just to name a few. Matt Gay, even you can throw his hat in the ring too, because he's that good. Like, when you have those players, you should be able to close out a game in easy fashion. Such as their last matchup. It was 34-24. Like, this is that game where the Rams need to get it done that easily, but they blew it. Granted, they won the game, but they blew it. Tom Brady scored 24 unanswered points and enough time to tie the game. Now, granted, Stafford bailed their fucking asses out and allowed Matt Gay to kick the game-winning field goal. Again, granted, right? I mean, look at it. Keep in mind, Stafford was coming out of Detroit this season. His first season out of Detroit, and he's in the championship game. He never got that far with the Lions. Hell, the Lions haven't gotten that far ever. In the Super Bowl era, at least. But still, you can't fucking make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Akers had a solid game, I guess, 48 yards on 24 carries. Cooper Kupp, again, did what he did. Because Cooper Kupp is your number one guy. Whether you want to admit it or not, Cooper Kupp is your number one guy. If he goes down, then you have to turn to your secondary man and Odell Beckham. If it's not Cooper Kupp playing, it's Odell Beckham. And remember, he got released by the Browns midway through the season and signed with the Rams. So this is a thing where, just like I mentioned earlier, I forgot which game I mentioned it with. You could not, you always must have a plan B. Like Mixon for the Bengals, for example. He's the only credible running back that they have on that team. The thing with LA was that was done last season with Cam Akers. They didn't have another reliable guy. What the Rams did that the Bengals need to do is go out and find your secondary guy. That if plan A cannot play, either due to injury or COVID, you have your plan B guy to always go to that you could get the ball to on the ground and have him pick up a nice gain or just have a nice game period. Look at, that's what the Rams did, and it paid off. They beat the defending Super Bowl champs. How are you going to sit there and say, oh, they just did it based on pure luck? I'll give you pure luck. No, look at, that's just what it is for this game. The Rams had the talent. I mean, yeah, the defense blew it, and they need to fix some of that in the offseason. But right now, they need to worry about the Niners, which we're going to get to right now. For that game, which I thought was the worst game of the weekend, there's really nothing you can do there. The Packers had it on the opening drive with the first touchdown. That's all they got that's all they got. Was that one good drive, and then everything else mustered to shit. What made it even worse was Mason Crosby missing 2 kicks. One of them a field goal, one of them an extra point. How are you guys gonna fucking sit there? It's stupid. You cannot expect Aaron Rodgers to bail you out of everything. And do you want to know the worst part for the Packers now? You don't even know how many fucking contracts are expiring. Let me pull up the list here on my actually, I'll pull it up on here because I want you guys to see this. Let me pull it up. I want you guys to be aware. What's the Green Bay Packers expiring contracts? Look right here. And this is from Sports Track. Whenever it decides to load, but this should be a good example to you as to what not to do. You're the Green Bay Packers. Okay, these are all your free agents. Devontae Adams, Kevin King, Robert Tonyan, Devondre Campbell, freaking Rasul Douglas, Equanimeous St. Brown, Isaac Yiadom, Malik Taylor, freaking Alan Lazard, MVS, Chauncey Rivers, Kurt Benker. Well, Kurt Benker was just signed to a futures contract today, so you can cross that one out. But still, look at this. And you want to know something? On top of all those free agents that the Packers have to deal with, Aaron Rodgers could have just very well had his swan song either in Green Bay or the entire NFL. Right? Look at the Packers are fucked. The Green Bay Packers are fucked. The Niners were able to exploit that. The special teams, especially, has been a major issue all season long. A major issue. And you want to know what's worse for the Packers here? Let me show you this. Let me show you this. And this is what the Green Bay Packers salary cap situation is like. You want to know how bad that is? I'll tell you how bad it is when it pulls the fuck up. But I want to prepare you guys for what you're about to see with this. What you're about to see with this, you're about to see a team that is in major trouble. You saw all the free agents here. You see all 24 free agents that are slated to leave. Right? That's your team, Green Bay. Like, you know what? It's not loading, so you know what? I'll just tell you. I'll do that. Like, you're looking at $45 million over the cap. In what is now the second worst salary cap issue since the Saints last year with $100 million. No one's able to do with theirs. But are you able to do it with yours, Green Bay? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. So then, thanks for watching this bonus video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like, comment down below if you guys want to see anything next. If you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Illogical Army. Till next time, guys, je suis le Logique Canadien. Bonne nuit et au revoir.